In addition to these milestones, the National Junior Challenge Cup was founded in 1935, offering a youth competition for young men in the United States. The cup was later named the James P. McGuire Cup, after the late U.S. soccer president, who himself was quite a standout in his earlier days, winning the U.S. Open Cup in 1929. McGuire would lead U.S. soccer and earn an international reputation as an excellent leader.
The Jim McGuire Cup was started in 1935. It was the only cup that the United States Soccer Federation had for youth players. And it was a very good competition, and I can tell you, I mean, this was the highlight of my soccer career to be a champion in 1954.
This storied cup, now the oldest trophy in youth sport.
It has a history, it has a meaning, I think it has tradition. So I think it's extremely important for our competitions, for all the age groups that kind of emulate the McGuire Cup.
Winning the McGuire Cup is huge, just because all that history that comes along with the oldest trophy in youth sports period, that's really big for us.
Who will write their name in the next chapter of the storied McGuire Cup?
Forget last year. It's gone. Ancient history. It's time to forget about failure and how you came up short, how you missed the mark. It's time to go to work. It's time.
too easy for Santa Barbara right now to find the feet of James Yonley from the fullback positions. Yonley just drifting into that space between. With Oklahoma Energy playing without a true deep midfielder. Their coach now trying to get that point across. Elbacker. Sawe. Looks across to switch play. This ball lifted over the top. Yonley drifting inside. He's going to pick this one up again and will concede the throw. Mbusawo trying to flick this one on now for McLaws. McLaws flicking that one over his head, and he's going to deflect off him. He's not going to be able to keep that in. It's going to find its way behind for an Isaac Briner goal kick. Early on here, Santa Barbara, the team, really trying to hang on to the ball, and Oklahoma Energy just trying to force the play whenever they get it, trying to get the ball forward as quickly as they can. As Briner waves his defense forward. Looks like a push there against Munoz. Munoz going down, and he'll win the free kick. All switched out now to Elbacker. All the way back to Briner. Briner with time to find Elbacker again. Fofana stepping inside. Good feet from Fofana. Hernandez not checking his shoulder initially, but will do well to keep the ball for his team. Good change of pace now out on the left-hand side. DeRoma it is, running at his fullback. DeRoma to the byline, trying to cut it back now for a teammate, and there it is, the opening goal. Abubakar Fofana on the end of it in the end, but fantastic play down the left-hand side by Frank DeRoma, skipping past 2 or 3 defenders and getting to the byline before cutting it back for an easy finish for Fofana. Santa Barbara rewarded for their early dominance here with the opening goal. Oklahoma Energy playing a 4-4-2, but even with 2 wide players struggling to keep tabs on Frank DeRoma's pace. Rolfs dispossessed by the goal scorer Fofana. Fofana with a couple of step overs, now looking to step past Rolfs. Rolfs looking to stretch a couple of arms out there, but referee says play on. This one's going to float over Elbacker's head. Mbusawo keeping that one in. Mbusawo with a strong challenge on him. It's going to be a corner kick now then for Oklahoma Energy. Matthew McLaws, the man striding over to swing in this right-footed delivery. Here comes the corner, high towards the far post. A couple of bodies rising, but it's going to fall into the hands of Briner. Isaac Briner with an easy task there in the end. Elbacker, time to get his head up. He'll use Soe. Here's Fofana. Fofana trying to spin, but didn't see the man inside. Rolfs, only as far as the central midfielder. Jansene's makeshift number 15 has fallen apart now, and now he's looking like a number 5. Long ball forward, looking to use De Roma's pace yet again. This one in the air. And now Santa Barbara will have possession again. Oklahoma Energy just need to get their foot on this ball for a minute or two and hang on to possession. Because at the moment it just keeps coming straight back at them. That touch missed, and now De Roma stepping onto it on the wide left. Has 2 for company. A couple of step overs, jinking inside. De Roma now, good opportunity to get a shot away. Looks as though he might have been fouled. The header down by Fofana. Kept in by Yonoli. Yonoli to the byline, pulling this one back, and almost another chance there for Fofana. Janssene. Fofana. Janssene deflected off him into the arms of Tunstall. Tunstall just getting this one forward, and the flick on by McLaws, and they're going to give away possession yet again. Oklahoma Energy just need to settle. It's a flat 4-4-2 from Oklahoma Energy. Juarez and Bauer occupying the 2 midfield positions. They're going to be asked to do a lot of work today up against the midfield 3 of Santa Barbara. Umbasawa now with a good turn, powerfully striding into the box, cutting this one back, an opportunity now, and there is the equalising goal. Matthew McLaws. Isaac Briner got a hand to it, but it's off the post and into the back of the net, and just like that, Oklahoma Energy pull it back. After all of their dominance, Santa Barbara conceding a goal. Fantastic piece of trickery by Umbasawa to spin his defender and powerfully get himself goal side of Sawe. Pulling it back, and McLaws just doing what he needed to do, getting it on target. Briner unable to keep that out. 1-1. That is the beauty of playing a 4-4-2. Having 2 players that high up. Ball now being knocked through by McLaws, trying to find Umbasawa this time and return the favour, but it's just going to go behind for a goal kick. As I was saying, it's the beauty of the 4-4-2 with those 2 high strikers playing off each other. Playing any sort of single striker formation, Umbasawa, once he spins his defender there, may not have the option to pull it back, so he may have to wait for a runner coming from deep, but with the 2 up front, McLaws is right there and on the spot to tuck that one home. Here come Oklahoma Energy again. A sudden burst of confidence now they've equalised in this game. De Roma under a strong challenge, but wins inside the throw. Elbaka head up, looking for an option, has the runner inside in Hernandez. Sawe looking to clip this into Yonoli yet again, this time one in the air by Owen. Again, the ball over the top, looking for the run of Umbasawa. Hernandez. Wide for Sawe. Sawe looking for Fofana, but Suddenly Santa Barbara trying to play long balls. They looked a much better side early on once they were keeping patient possession. Jansener gets that one out to the left-hand side to Munoz. Here's Roca. Roca switching that for Sawe yet again. Fofana. Fofana unable to find a striker there, but Hernandez is going to pick it up. That ball straight to the feet of Umbasawa. Umbasawa trying to get the better of Sawe again, as he did for the goal. He has done. He's pulled this one back, but it's cut out by a white shirt, but still in play now for Oklahoma. Battling for it on the far side is Munoz. Asking for a penalty, Oklahoma Energy, but referee waves play on. Jansener out to Sawe. Here's the run of Hernandez. Hernandez trading places with Fofana. Dispossessed and striding clear is Bauer. Bauer's ball wide. This time over the top looking for Umbasawa. He's not going to get on the end of that one. And Briner will get it underway straight away. Roca plays that one wide. Here's Fofana. They look dangerous in wide areas, do Santa Barbara. Ball coming into the box. It's a great ball in and was on a plate there for James Donnelly, but with the left foot, miscues his finish and he slices it away for a goal kick. Excellent work on the right-hand side by Abubakar Fofana, scorer of the opening goal. As I was saying, Santa Barbara in wide areas do look dangerous. Fofana on the right and Daroma on the left, having a lot of joy against the Oklahoma fullbacks. Here's McLaws. Throw in coming in. Umbasawa constantly trying to spin one of the two centre-backs as the long ball comes in, but through to Briner. Sawe happy to take his time there and use Roca in the middle. Here is Roca again. Laid off by Hernandez. Ball wide looking for Fofana. It's going to be cut out well by Rolfs. Jansener swings that to Munoz. Now Daroma again. Daroma having a couple of touches. Looked like he was pulled down, but play goes on. Umbasawa. Here's McLaws. McLaws flicking it on for the run of Umbasawa. He's goal side of his defender. Opportunity to maybe get a cross in here. Umbasawa standing up the centre back, and he's dispossessed, but he'll win his side a corner. Oklahoma Energy loading the 6-yard box, putting bodies in and around the goalkeeper, trying to prevent him from coming and claiming this ball. Left-footed in swing and delivery coming in. Here it comes. Out to the penalty spot. McClaws attempting the acrobatics. Another opportunity here for Rolfs to get this ball in. Long ball forward, trying to seek out De Roma. He'll settle for the throw. Here comes De Roma again. Has Fofana outside of him. He's had the ball robbed of him. Elbacker, long ball forward to the chest of De Roma. De Roma knocking it down well for Hernandez, but Hernandez can't find another player in white, and the ball's just going to find the end line. Comes the goal kick up towards the halfway line. Flick-on missed at the first attempt by Ontiveros, but he'll gratefully take the knockdown. Rolfs wide for that man, Ontiveros. Mbasawo trying to find his strike partner, McLaws. It's going to be intercepted, and now an opportunity for Santa Barbara to counter. Ball clipped over the top, the pace of De Roma. He's trying to knock that one down for Yonali, but Oklahoma Energy able to take possession. Jansener swinging that out to Soe. Soe's going to look for the switch. It's one thing Santa Barbara have done quite well throughout this first half so far, is the switch of play. They've gone either via Nicholas Roker in holding midfield, as they will do now, and sometimes they've just skipped the midfield completely and knocked it over the top, changing the point of attack and unsettling the Oklahoma Energy defenders. Here comes Hernandez driving forward. Munoz. Ball wide, looking for Fofana, who has swapped sides now with De Roma. De Roma now operating on this right-hand side, just in front of us. As we see the first change for Oklahoma Energy. Coming onto the field, number 18, Charles Stanfield. Stanfield on in the place of Colby Bauer. Imagine Stanfield will drop straight into one of those two central midfield positions. Long ball forward, looking for Umbasawa, and McClaws trying to get himself in behind. Rocker. Good feet by Munoz. Fofana now. Fofana driving past one defender, trying to link up with Yonali. He'll have it back now, wider than he wanted, as he quite exuberantly says to Yonali there. Good opportunity if the right ball was played back to him, but unfortunately Yonali played him way up towards the touchline, and now it's just going to be a corner kick for Santa Barbara. Corner played short by De Roma. He's going to have it back. Ball swung in now towards the far post. Elbacker challenging for it, the big centre back. Now McClaws, hint of a handball, and referee saw it. It's going to be a free kick. Roca gets that one moving straight away. Out to the left-hand side now with Munoz. Inside for Janssene. Here's Jonali. Jonali quiet in the last few minutes. We saw a lot of him early on. Janssene. De Roma. Good challenge there by Timothy Rolfs. Conceding the corner. The two central midfielders of Oklahoma Energy sitting a little bit deeper in the last 10-15 minutes. It's probably why James Jonali has been so quiet, minimizing the space that he's able to drop into. Here's De Roma then over the right-footed corner. Be an outswinger from him. He's going to drop down towards the near post. It won't beat the first man, and now McLaw's going to try and hold this one up. McLaw's attempting the back heel, and he'll hold on to Sawe and foul. Munoz. Elbacker knocking that one down to Janssene. Sawe. Now Roca, switching play. Ball in now towards Hernandez. Hernandez going to strike this one from distance. It takes a deflection. For a second, thought it might loop it over the goalkeeper, but fortunately for Dalton Tunstall, it drops short straight into his hands. Tunstall's kick way upfield. Ontiveros now trying to step onto it. So he's going to clip that one into touch. Sun rising up here, but there's a little bit of cloud cover hanging around here in Frisco, and it's working wonders for keeping us a little cooler. Ball wide now. Munoz stepping forward. He has Fofana in support. Here is Fofana. Fofana now linking up with Janssene. The two will combine again. Janssene breaking into the area. It's a good last-ditch challenge there by the Oklahoma defender, as Janssene was almost 1v1 with the goalkeeper. We'll have a pause in play here as Oklahoma Energy are going to make another substitution. Stepping onto the field, number 15, Antonio Lea. He's on in place of number 11, Mario Castillo. De Roma, a couple of good touches from him, looking for some support. Opts to go himself, and excellent footwork there by De Roma. Very difficult to handle for Oklahoma. Now Fofana out on the left. A couple of step overs from Fofana. Stepping inside, he's brought down. That looks like a foul to me, but referee waves it away. I feel as though Oklahoma Energy may have got away with one there. That looked like a clear foul as Fofana stepped inside a couple of defenders and was brought down. Munoz. is Elbacker with plenty of space ahead of him. The run here of Daroma in behind. Pacey Daroma to the touchline again. Daroma standing up his defender, cutting it back, and again, Yonali not able to direct that one goalwards. Big switch of play, one in the air by Rolfs. Leia. Back for his left back, Rolfs. Well brought down by Umbasawo. Good hold-up play there by the front man. Here's the strike partner, McLaws. McLaws trying to pull it back, and awkward touch, but worked out well there for Santa Barbara. Daroma. The Oklahoma defenders hesitant to step to Daroma because he just seems to nip past you every time you put a foot in. Here he is laying it off for Sawe. Sawe crossing this one to the far post, looking for Fofana. It's going to be headed behind by Salim Fafong. Out for a Santa Barbara corner kick again. Right-footed in swinger going to come in here by Hernandez. A couple of players on the penalty spot here for Santa Barbara. One on the keeper. Hernandez's ball. Elbacker rising, can't get his head on it. It's going to drop for Daroma. Daroma clipping that one back goalwards, and touch in the end. Final touch coming off Tunstall. It's going to be a corner kick. As though Yonali may have got a touch on it before it came off the goalkeeper. Now Daroma over this one. Daroma clipping it short, but again it doesn't beat the first man. Sawe, Fofana, Janssene. Onto his left foot, checks back to his right, trying to clip that one through to a teammate. And Rocco will sweep up well. Daroma standing up defenders again. This time giving it straight to a black shirt. Rocca wide to the left for Munoz. Sawe likes to chip his first touch. Got him past the opposing player 3 or 4 times already in this game, but that time it got away from him. Janssen swinging that one back out to the left-hand side. Fofana for Janssene. Wide now with the dangerous Daroma. Daroma will have that back. It's a good one too. Two wide players combining. Hernandez trying to find Yonali, but Yonali can't bring that under control. All but the final product missing at the moment for Santa Barbara. Falling down on that final ball. Oklahoma trying to get out through McLaws. Rocker will do well to slide in and win that ball back, and Isaac Briner will have a touch of the ball. Janssene swinging that. Looking for Fofana. Here's Hernandez. For Janssene again. DeRoma lining up a shot. DeRoma putting all of his body behind that one, but not taking any of the ball, and he sends himself spinning. And now Oklahoma Energy on the attack. But yet again, they've given it away. The two strikers, McLaws and Umbasawa, need to do a better job of holding this ball up and try and bring some other teammates into play. At the moment, they find themselves 4 or 5 against 2. And more likely than not, they're losing out to the Santa Barbara back 5. Sawe trying to use his pace there, but he's blocked off well by Rolfs. Number 15, Antonio Leja, coming off the field. The coach is not happy with his work rate. He just came on the field shortly ago. Coming on in his place, give me number 12, Joseph Yael. Rojo. Kind of feel for Leia as any player on the field be having a tough time up against Frank DeRoma at the moment. Very tough to come on in the wide areas and try and get forward when you're having to do so much defensive work against a tricky winger like DeRoma. As Santa Barbara are set to make their first change. James Yonley, who hasn't had the rub of the green really in this first half, is going to be replaced. Coming on for him is number 20, Hayden Carlson. Carlson stepping out to the wide left position with Fofana now occupying the number 9 role. Here come Oklahoma. On Taveros, looking inside for McLaws. McLaws with a good turn, getting away from a defender or two, but ball's now going to find its way to the substitute. Yale Rojo not able to get that one into the area. It's going to be a goal kick. Short with the goal kick. Roca spraying this one wide to the feet of Elbacker. He assesses his options. Spots the run of Hernandez, but Hernandez is going to see it out for a throw off the touch of Valdez. Sawe back for DeRoma. DeRoma this time coming inside, across to Jansener. Jansener have an opportunity to get a shot away. It's deflected off the leg of Juarez. It's going to go behind for yet another Santa Barbara corner kick. Substitute Carlson will head over to take this one. Left-footed, out-swinging delivery to come. The tall timber for Santa Barbara occupying the position on the penalty spot. Ball coming in, it's not going to find a white shirt. It's going to bounce out though for Hernandez. Hernandez with a rocket from distance, and Dalton Tunstall may have seen that one late as he palms it behind for a corner kick. Good effort there by Moises Hernandez. Brought the one down and hit it on the half volley. You have to imagine if that was a yard or two either side of Tunstall, we may have seen the go-ahead goal. Left-footed delivery coming in again, this time towards the near post. Headed clear at the first attempt. McLaw's trying to get on the end of that, but it's going to go out for a Santa Barbara throw. Sawe's throw in for Hernandez. Nipping there past Juarez. is Munoz. Ball upfield to the feet of Deroma. Deroma turning on the pace. Here's Fofana with 3 or 4 shirts around him. The numbers pay off there, and he loses the ball. Breiner. Eilbacher. Eilbacher looking forward, and Fofana not challenging for that one. Here is Eilbacher again, finding his fullback Soe. That ball skewed away. It's an opportunity now from Umbasawa. He's 1v1. Umbasawa striking that one. It's going to bounce down. Second opportunity, and it's off the line by Eilbacher. Umbasawa lifting it back. And still a chance, but Stanfield unable to sort his feet out there inside the area. Oklahoma Energy will have the corner. Great chance there for Oklahoma too. Eilbacher off the line initially, and then a couple of poor touches by attacking players sees them having to settle for a corner. Substitution here as we see John Kilgallen enter the game for the Energy. Kilgallen on in place of Ontiveros. As the 4th official signals for 1 additional minute at the end of this half. Corner kick in towards the near post is headed behind. It will be another corner. McLaws with the delivery again, this time to the far post. It's a deep delivery, ball back into the area. Headed down, another opportunity coming in now, and off the chest of a white shirt, it's going to fall into the hands of Breiner. Here's Deroma, this is the danger here on the break, but Oklahoma quick to get bodies behind the ball. 8 players behind the ball within seconds there, preventing Deroma from using his pace. There is the half-time whistle from the referee, so we go into the break here in this under-17s group stage game at the US Youth Soccer National Championships with Santa Barbara Soccer Club and Oklahoma Energy FC tied 1 goal apiece, thanks to the goals from Fofana and McLaws. We'll be back with you after half-time for all of the second half action. See you then. Oklahoma Energy to get us back underway for the start of the second half here on Field 6 at the Toyota Soccer Complex. Currently level, 1 goal apiece between themselves and Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara in the full white, they'll be kicking from right to left in this second half, and Oklahoma Energy in their navy and green, they'll be playing from left to right. Oklahoma Energy forced into changing their shape here at the start of the second half as Matthew McLaw's feeling a little under the weather on the sideline. Playing with 1 man up front now and 5 in midfield. Here comes Fofana, scorer of the first goal today, not able to keep that one under control. Also had a goalkeeping change for Oklahoma Energy, excuse me. Dalton Tunstall out of the game. He's been replaced by number 1, Elias Diaz. Diaz here with the kick upfield. DeRoma keeping the temperature cool and making for a much more comfortable watch of a game of football. Soe now on his left foot, attempting the cross, and Solinfavong's swing at the ball may have put Abubakar Fofana off as he was creeping in at the far post. Fofana's going to leave this one for Hernandez. Hernandez then over the corner. Ball swung in towards the penalty spot. Eilbacher, it was rising, had the ball taken from him. That's a dangerous pass there, and Munoz just able to clip that one wide, prevent the 2 Oklahoma forwards from streaming on goal. Solinfavong clipping it up, brought down now on the chest by Umbasawa. DeRoma laying it off. DeRoma now keeping that one out of play. That ball upfield is not going to find a white shirt. Easy for Oklahoma to hang on to that one. Good challenge there, and now Fofana trying to bring it under control. The pass is straight to the feet of Castillo. Castillo head up, has runners ahead of him. Strong challenge coming in by Roca, but again the referee waves play on. He's let a lot go in this game, has the referee, but he's not been biased towards either side. This time the challenge coming in and the yellow card is out. Castillo picking up the yellow for the late challenge as Santa Barbara were looking to counter. We saw a shout for a penalty in the first half as Fofana was dragged down in the box, but nothing given there either. Eilbacher across for Munoz. Roca. Such a valuable cog in this Santa Barbara team is Nicholas Roca, the number 3, anchoring the midfield, and you don't see a whole lot of him when the team are going forward, but defensively he does a lot of work to cut passing lanes and prevent forward passes, but whenever they have the ball at the back here, he's always available to recycle play and transition from one side to the other. Munoz inside for Janssene. Looking for the runner Fofana, won't be able to find him. Stanfield looking to find Umbasawa. Umbasawa robbed of it by Eilbacher. Here's Jonali, his first contribution really of this half. Fofana stepping inside onto his right foot. He's going to pull the shot away, but didn't get the bend on it he needed, and comfortably behind for a Oklahoma goal kick. Elias Diaz on in the second half, yet to be tested. As we have a Santa Barbara player down. Referee having a chat here with Musa Janssene. Coach implying there was something off the ball there which caused this injury, but I did not see anything untowards. Here we are going to see Matthew McLaws back on the field. Diaz then to get this ball back underway with the goal kick. Header one in the air strongly by Hernandez. Now Fofana. Fofana trying to thread that one through for Jonali, but it's only going to find the feet of Diaz. Long ball upfield by Diaz. Umbasawa locking onto his defender, trying to hold this one up. Going to try and take this one himself as Umbasawa, but better option would have been to bring a teammate into play, and now that one's going to be knocked back by Kyle Owen, back to his goalkeeper. McLaws trying to win that flick on. Jonali's touchdown, and now Janssene. Janssene has De Roma outside him. De Roma yet to have the contribution in the second half he had in the first, but I may have to eat my words soon as he's streaming down the right touchline. Here comes De Roma. De Roma tugged back, but Jonali leaving that one, thinking Hernandez was coming in behind him, but it was just a navy shirt. Going to have a substitution here for Oklahoma Energy. Early change here in the second half. Coming onto the field is going to be number 18, Charles Stanfield. Stanfield coming into the game again. Stanfield on in place at number 20, Colby Bauer. Rolfs then clearing that one upfield, out of play. Just waiting on the ball as it's floated onto the field behind that far side, and Santa Barbara player having to stride all the way over there to get it. Here is Rocker. Ball now out to Eilbacher. Eilbacher with time to get his head up and assess his options, looking forward for the runner. Fofana is going to find Fofana. Fofana unable to get a touch on the ball. The Santa Barbara coaching staff feel he was pushed down by goalkeeper Elias Diaz, but referee says no, and we're just going to have a goal kick. Consolidate this position they have. Here's Castillo on the right, looking inside for McClaw. McClaw's trying to play it back to Castillo, but he's not going to be able to keep that in. Rocker. Munoz. Now Umbasawa again, so impressive for both of the goals scored by Oklahoma Energy, putting them on a platter for McClaws in the first half and Stanfield in the second, as that one finds its way behind for a corner kick. Oklahoma Energy taking their time over this corner kick, just allowing this game to settle down and cut out any sort of rhythm. McClaw's over the corner, swinging into the back post. It's going to be too deep for anyone to get onto, but Ontiveros will keep it in. Ontiveros flicking that one, but out of play, and we'll have a goal kick. Here come Santa Barbara again. Jansener out to Hernandez. Now Soe on the right hand side, using DeRoma. Hernandez, the tricky winger now on the ball again. DeRoma trying to get to the touchline. It's put clear. It's going to be a throw in for Santa Barbara. That one out of play, and Oklahoma Energy with another opportunity to take the pace out of this game. Throwing up towards McClaws. McClaws' flick on is again only going to find the byline. Good turn there by Soe. Back to his left-sided central defender. Now Jansener on the ball. Time to turn. Spraying that one over the head of Rolfs. DeRoma will do well to keep that in. He's managed to keep it in, but straight into the path of Rolfs. Now Ontiveros on the turn. Jansener striding forward. Across for Hernandez. Hernandez with space to potentially get a shot away there, but he chooses to go wide for DeRoma. DeRoma stepping in onto his left foot, finds Hernandez, and Jansener on the edge. Time for a shot, it's blocked away. Potential for a counter-attack there for Oklahoma, but it's snuffed out immediately, and now Soe's coming forward. Ball to the feet of Fofana. Fofana has Soe running behind him. His touch is going to get away from him. Munoz. Big switch now to Eilbacher into his path. Jansenet over the top, has Fofana on the wide left again. I think he may have taken that ball in the neck, and Oklahoma striding forward again. Solinfavong fouling after his heavy touch took the ball away from him. DeRoma. Jansenet striking this one from distance. It's a great effort. The game tied again. Found himself in a few yards of space, and Musa Jansenet has struck that one like a bullet into the bottom left corner. And again, this game is tied, 2 goals apiece. Santa Barbara pouncing on Oklahoma, just switching off there at the foul, and Jansenet with way too much time, around 25 yards out, rocketing that one home, and we have quite a game on our hands here. Still plenty of time in this game. How many more goals are we going to see? Umbasawa again, the danger man for Oklahoma Energy. He'll win his side a throw deep inside Santa Barbara territory. Matthew McClaw's over for the throw-in. Looks as though he's setting up for a long throw. He has a short option, but he's going to launch this one into the area. It's dropped almost at the feet of Umbasawa. Fofana can't head that into a teammate's path, but it will drop for Hernandez. Hernandez now out for DeRoma. Frank DeRoma standing up as defender. Opts to play the patient game and keep possession, but it's a good ball into the feet of Jansenet again. This time he takes the shot on the volley. The deflection will take it behind for a corner kick. Suddenly, after playing deep for much of this game, Musa Jansenet has been popping up on the edge of that 18-yard box. Oklahoma Energy not able to contain him at the moment. Munoz inside for Roca. He'll use Eilbacher. Sawe heavily involved in this second half, the right back. Now Munoz inside for Hernandez. Trying to use the feet of Yoneli there. And that one's going to be kicked way over the touchline by Corey Solinfavong. Jansenet back to his centre back. Ball now out to Eilbacher. That ball won't be able to find the feet of Sawe, and Oklahoma will have the throw. Eilbacher with the unconventional knee forward. DeRoma dispossessed. Not often we've said that in this game. Sawe inside for DeRoma, this time picking up the ball in the middle of the field. Finds Fofana. Fofana turning, linking up with his fellow wide man. Space now on the left for Munoz. Munoz back for the most recent goal scorer, Jansenet. Eilbacher keeping that one in. Janssene. Wide to the right for Sawe. Clipping this one in. The header by Jonneli, a tame one. Not connecting with it the way he would have liked. Santa Barbara cycling this one along the back line again. Now Janssene clips it over the top. It's going to be cut out by the head of Salinafong. Through now for Fofana. Fofana with the opportunity and a great sliding challenge there to prevent that from getting on target. Juarez it was. Excuse me, Valdez sliding in to prevent the Fofana shot from getting on target. Now the corner taken short. Janssene checking inside to the byline, pulling it back. Opportunity here, and the strike coming in from Nicholas Roca, but it almost dropped down for the feet of Fofana, and in the end it's going to find its way behind for a goal kick. Diaz taking his time with the goal kick. Referee telling him to get on with it. Here's Umbusawo. Umbusawo playing this one into the path of Ontiveros. His strike off the outside of his boot and behind. Goal kick. Good opportunity there for Ontiveros to work the keeper, but he's not able to do that. Santa Barbara then building up on their left-hand side here. Patient on the ball, waiting for some space to open up. Janssene. Here is Janssene again. De Roma playing that, looking for the runner, Fofana. Fofana there on the ball, but he's adjudged to have fouled the Oklahoma man, and they'll come away with the ball. As the sun peeks its head over the clouds for the first time today. Temperature suddenly rising by about 15 degrees immediately. Foul there by Umbusawo. Here's Eilbacher. Eilbacher with the ball wide to Soe. Soe looking for a runner wide, but nobody on the same page as him. Rolfs is through to the feet of Ontiveros. That switch looking for Munoz. Munoz has Fofana ahead of him. Fofana with an excellent spin there. Breaking now into the box on his right foot. Fofana trying to make space for a shot. Now Roca wide for Soe. Soe lining up the cross. Instead he's checking inside. Good dummy there by the right back. He's going to pick it back up, and Soe with the strike. Really unfortunate there for the right back. Excellent piece of play. The initial dummy and then linking up with Yoneli. His strike with his right foot, always curving away from that bottom left corner. Score remains 2 goals apiece. Diaz out to the right hand side. Munoz is going to pick this one up and drop it off for Roca. De Roma back out on this left hand side for Fofana switching with him. He's on the right. Referee taking this moment to grab some water. Here comes the throw upfield looking for Umbasawo. It's going to be cut out. Now Munoz, strong challenge coming in, but Munoz with his side the throw. Much to the dismay of Charles Stanfield. One poked forward. Yoneli is not going to be able to get there, but he'll be able to pick it up for the throw. Here's Roca. Roca spraying that one aimlessly, and Eilbacher, his ball back forward, is scooped out of play by McLaws. Here comes Hernandez. Hernandez in for Jansener. Jansener for Hernandez again. Hernandez rocketing one towards the top corner, and Elias Diaz at full stretch, getting fingertips to that one and keeping it out. There'll be a corner for Santa Barbara. Excellent save there by Diaz. In his right hand to that one as it was looking set to find its way into the top corner off the boot of Moises Hernandez. Here is Hernandez with the corner in towards the edge of the 6-yard box, and James Yoneli's header's just going to find the end line for a goal kick. As we see a substitution for Oklahoma Energy. It'll be number 22, John Kilgallen, to enter the game. John Kilgallen coming on. Ontiveros was making his way off, but with a Oklahoma player down now, we may see a change in that decision. And now Ontiveros will make way for Kilgallen. Diaz, long goal kick upfield. Sawe winning the header. Hernandez. Now Fofana. Has Sawe running outside him. Sawe's going to pick it up. The ball into the box is drifting to the right of the goal. Not going to be able to find the head of Yoneli, and there'll be a goal kick. Diaz goal kick up towards Umbasawo. Umbasawo doing well to put his body in between the ball and Eilbacher, who is forced to foul, and Oklahoma will have the free kick. Matthew McLaws, the man over the ball. Upfield now, the keeper coming a long way. Hasn't managed to claim it, but he got fingertips away. Again, the ball finding its way onto the field alongside us. Sawe going to retrieve. And back underway again. Rocker flicking that one on. One in the air by McLaws. Here's Castillo. Castillo looking to go past Munoz. Castillo putting it across. It's a dangerous ball. Half shot, half crossed that one, and could have found its way into the bottom corner, but it also could have found the feet of Ediomo Umbasawo. Instead, it finds the touchline, and Santa Barbara get it back underway via the goal kick. Here's DeRoma. DeRoma nowhere near as influential in the second half as he was in the first. Santa Barbara will be hoping they can get him on the ball again and see if they can make things happen for them. Here's Hernandez wide on the right-hand side. Hernandez lifting that one high towards the far post. Nobody in white back there to get on the end of it. It's going to be hooked upfield now. Umbasawo with the touchdown. Needs support. Nobody within 30 yards of him in a navy and green shirt. Umbasawo still in the corner. Has 3 defenders for company, but no Oklahoma player trying to get near him to help him out there. And DeRoma will come forward with it now for Santa Barbara. Here's Sawe at right back. Hernandez back inside for his fullback. DeRoma. DeRoma with time to get his head up and run at the defense. Checks inside onto his right boot and has the run of Munoz outside him, which he'll use now. Here is the anchor man, Roca. Jansener, scorer of that fantastic goal from distance to make this game 2-2. Fofana. Sawe again. Here is Hernandez. Time to shoot on the edge of the area. Shot blocked and cleared, but it's going to come back at them again. Here is Eilbacher. That ball headed away well by Kyle Owen. Going to see another change here for Oklahoma Energy. Number 15, Antonio Lea, coming onto the field in pass of number 11, Mario Castillo. Antonio Lea came into the game in the first half, but was dragged by his coach within a couple of minutes. Not happy with his work rate. Let's see if he's learned from that for this second half. Jansuer. Roca spraying that out to Munoz. Munoz with time again and going to use DeRoma outside him. DeRoma 1v1 getting to the byline, cutting it back. Yonali can't get a touch and it's hooked clear by McLaws. Here's Munoz again. Roca. Out wide now for Sawe. Santa Barbara using the wide areas really well. Jansener. Eilbacher again. This game becoming somewhat of a attackers versus defenders training game over the last few minutes. That ball down the line for DeRoma is going to go out of play, and now Oklahoma have the opportunity to try and get out of their own half. Going to see Hayden Carlson enter the game on in place of Alan Munoz. Carlson on. Carlson playing as a number 9 when he came on in the first half, and Alan Munoz has been in the left back for much of this game. Ball over the top. The run of DeRoma was dangerous, but it's one in the air well by Valdez. Now McClaws breaking. Slight change for Santa Barbara is now in possession. They look more like a back 3 with Roca dropping in as a left-sided central defender when they don't have the ball. He'll step forward now as they look to carve out a winning goal. Janssene lifting it towards Fofana, but Fofana not able to get on the end of that one. It's going to be a goal kick. Diaz's long kick upfield. Roca challenging for it. It's going to be taken away by Umbasawo. Umbasawo up on the left-hand side. Deflection. It will be a throw-in for Oklahoma Energy. Oklahoma Energy struggling to get bodies forward. Every time they have the ball and they get themselves into the attacking third, there's usually 1, maybe 2 players up there, but McClaw's pretty deep, and so too Leia. Umbasawo being boxed in the corner by a couple of white shirts. Oklahoma Energy, a draw would suffice for them, hence the lack of urgency in their play. Happy to keep the ball in the corner here. There's still a fair chunk of this game remaining. Eight white shirts around the 2 navy shirts of Umbasawo and McClaws, but Santa Barbara will try and come clear with it here. A foul there called on Janssen. It looked like he was the man being pulled down, but instead the foul goes against him. Oklahoma again taking their time. Here's McClaws heading straight for the corner. Backhills that one straight out of play. It's going to be a goal kick for Santa Barbara. Referee just letting the 4th official know that he wants 3 minutes added on at the end of this game. Here's Janssene. Out to Hernandez. Hernandez into the path of Sawe. Here's Roca. Janssene.
Come on, Antonio, that's you. Contain. Let's go, let's go.
And there is the 4th official. 3 minutes. A minimum of 3 minutes to play in this match.
Elias! Elias! Stop! Organize
Oklahoma happy to take their time, and Elias stopping there under the instruction of his coach, picking up the yellow card. That ball out of play, deflection off the Oklahoma player, much to the dismay of the Oklahoma bench. Here's Rocker. All hands to the defensive pump here for Oklahoma as they want to hang on to this 2-2 draw. Eilbacher. Eilbacher now for Roca. Jansener. Jansener striking that one from distance, taking a deflection. It's going to be into the arms of Diaz. Diaz upfield. Roca can't get that one under control. He would at the second attempt, and now Santa Barbara on the left-hand side trying to build up. Here is Hayden Carlson inside for Jansener. Yonali across looking for the feet of DeRoma. It's going to make its way out now to Soe. It's the final knockings of this match. Here is Fafana, scorer of the first goal in this game. Trying to create space for a cross, but his touch is going to get away from him for a goal kick. Diaz here. Going to have Kyle Owen stride over to take the goal kick. Kyle Owens on the goal kick, putting that one out of play. Santa Barbara with the urgency to try and get this ball forward. Here comes Eilbacher. Eilbacher launching it across towards Carlson. Carlson's going to lose out in the air to Salim Fafong. Jansener turning inside, over the top, looking for Fafana. Fafana heading it into the area, but it's cleared only as far as Hernandez. Carlson is headed down, can't find a teammate. Oklahoma Energy asking for the final whistle. Seconds remaining as this ball's clipped into the area. The header coming in from Yonali is going to find its way over the left-hand upright, and it's going to be a goal kick. And there is the final whistle from the referee. Oklahoma Energy delighted as they draw 2-2 here of Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara dominating for much of this game, but unable to find the winning goal. Thank you for joining us here on Field 6 for our first game of the day at the Toyota Soccer Complex. This is the U.S. Youth Soccer National Championship. This was an under-17 boys group stage game. We hope you join us for the rest of the day and for the semi and finals on Saturday and Sunday. We'll see you soon.